All right. So we got a little bit of Thunderstruck. This challenge came about in the Soundswitch room, and there was a guy that was asking how I could make it look a little more interesting with groups of uplights. I think Matthew Brewer. I think he said he doesn't have any movers currently or in his show. Either way, but I'm going to attempt to give it my best shot. I do have some movers in my setup. I wasn't going to go ahead and redo a whole new um, layout just for um, this purpose. But for all intents and purposes, this should be just fine. Give you a quick rundown of um, what I've got in here. Let me go somewhere and let's go right here. So I got 4 movers in here. I've got a group of uplights. I've got 6 here that are grouped. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 that are in a second group. Then I've got another grouping left and right. So I've got primary, secondary, and tertiary active in this setup. So let's just go to the beginning. I already did what one gentleman, I can't remember his name, suggested. Went ahead and just kind of threw some eighth notes in here right at the beginning, just a little eighth note chase. So let's see what that gives us. So I've got my left and right set up 1 through 8. So 8 fixtures, 8 different addresses, and paired left and right. So number 1 will be paired left and right on the same channel. 2 left and right will be on the same channel, so on and so forth. All right, so that's the only thing I've done so far. I put the chase in right there at the beginning, and then I put the 2 punches in on the first thunder. Right here. Boom, boom. So that's the only thing I've done so far. So let's get back over to Soundswitch here and give you a look at the quick and dirty of how I've done that. Control scroll on your beat grid will be the quickest way to zoom in and out. It's backwards for my brain, but it might be great for yours. But so I'm going to minimize this this main track here. I'm going to run it back just a smidge. And as a gentleman that posted first on this mentioned, most software, I don't care what software, DJ software you use, it's not going to beat grid the very first 16 bars of this, 17 bars rather. 16 bars, yeah, 16 bars. So you're going to have to go in and put in your own beat grid. There's plenty of videos on how to do that, and the gentleman already showed you how to do that, so I'm not going to bother doing that. It's not that hard, just getting everything lined up. So I put a chase in here, and I got a little crafty with it. I'm not going to dig too far and get into the weeds in the beginning of this, but so I put that eighth note chase in there for the first 16 bars. And then when we got to the first thunder, all I did right here, I wanted this whole group right here. I don't have everything in groups. I didn't get that far into it when I set this this profile up. I wish I had, but some things are in groups, some things are not. You'll see that, and you'll probably recognize pretty fast how much it'll benefit you if you utilize the groups. But so on the first punch, I wanted my left and right to punch. And after they punch, they're going to catch up with your main track. Anytime something doesn't have an intensity override on the fixture, it's going to follow the main track. So it's going to punch, and then it's going to continue to rise with the main track. Then on the second punch, I've got my tertiaries. Let's zoom in a little bit more here. I'm going to come right here. Now, this is frustrating about Soundswitch. It will, wherever you were last when you use your scroll, your mouse scroll, it puts you back to where you were. It won't follow the dead gum scroll bar on the side, which is frustrating as, yeah. But anyway, so I'm going to go up here and I'm going to catch up with these tertiaries here, and I'm going to punch them up and put a flash pulse in here. And I'm going to do an 8th here just so it catches it nice and clean. All right. And the reason I do an 8th note and let it die out is because I want it to be visible and I want it to stay visible for the rest of that count before it starts catching up with the main track. So let's zoom out real quick and show you what that looks like. There's a little delay. I don't know why, but I don't know that I can fix it. I'll try. But for all intents and purposes, you get the general idea here. Let's zoom in here. No, there was not a delay. I messed up the mark. So let's go over here and fix it. So there's the easy fix. I just moved this one. I'm going to copy that one. I'm going to come up here, paste, 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 and rinse and repeat. There we go. All right. So that's that punch right there. Right after that comes in, I'm going to go ahead. For my taste, I want that kick drum popping every time. So let's zoom in and get some of that going. Where do I want that going? I don't want it everywhere. I want it accented. So let's come right here on the best pars and let's do, we're going to do a flash fade here. I'm going to drop that in right here. Selected tracks, and that's going to be an 1/8. Do I want to do a 1/4 or an 1/8? I'll keep it an 1/8. So this is where things get a little more in depth here. So I'm going to copy, paste, then I'm going to grab these two, copy, paste. Now I'm going to grab these 4. See how I'm going here? Copy, paste. Now I got these 8. Now copy these. Let's find out where I'm at here. Let's zoom out. Give me a little room to breathe. And come back over here, paste again. And so we got, I think those 2, I might let them ride. Oh, shoot. Sorry, you didn't see what I did there. Huh. I didn't swap scenes. So what I did, I came right here, right after the two punches, and I drug a flash fade. You got to highlight whatever area you're working with. Just highlight it. I drug a flash fade in there, selected it on the selected tracks for a eighth note. And once I did that, I copied this one and I pasted it here. Then I grabbed these two and I copied them, pasted them here. Then I grabbed those four, so on and so forth. Rinse and repeat. Just keep going, keep going. DJ Courageous. Yo, what's up, my man? Sorry, I wasn't even looking at chat. I wasn't expecting anybody to be here. DJ Courageous. I don't know if I've got links turned off, but see if it will let you post links to where people can follow you at. Anybody in the Christian hip hop world, you want to follow this guy. He's legit. He's legit. Knows what he's doing. He's a serious CHH nerd. And I love it. All right, let's go back over to the visualizer. We're going to pull this back one more time. So since I've got those in there, what I'm going to do to kind of break it up a little more, I'm going to go ahead and do a color override right here. I'm going to change the color, and I don't want a blinder yet. Let's find something. Let's go to one of my favorites here. Just a little something bright. And I'm going to copy that. Oh, gospel house. Okay. Nothing wrong with it. And same thing here. Now I'm going to copy those two and paste. Now I'm going to grab these four, copy, paste. I'm going to grab these eight, copy, paste. Now, to keep the theme going, anywhere I want to grab these anywhere else in the song, it's super simple. All I got to do is come back here and grab however many of these I want, copy them, and paste them anywhere in the rest of this track. So let's see what that looks like. So that bass come in right there. Right on 22. So let's go to 22. And where do we want to put that at? Let's put it on, let's go on these flat parts here. And if the flat parts were in a group, it would be a little easier, but I didn't put them in a group. So another reason you want to put your stuff in a group. So I'm going to come right here, and those are eighths. So we're going to come in here, go back. I got to keep swapping my screens. Let's see, what do we want here? Do we want flash pulse or a flash and fade? I think I want a flash pulse. And again, with the scroll, and put that on eighths. Oh, nope. That is not on eighths. There we go. Put that on quarters. And let's give it, I'm going to have to zoom in one more time to get that break. Getting the rest of my beat grid in here. And let's give that a color. And we're going to break that out. Let's do, Let's do something a little dark. And we'll copy that. Pull that out. Darn it. There we go. Copy that. Paste. All right, so I got 8 of those. Go ahead and copy the lot of them. And let's do that. We're going to grab these 2 just for brevity. Oh, I messed that one up. All right. Okay, I'll show you why I did that. This is a good lesson. So there's no point here for this beat to grab on. So it's going to go to the last point that was there. So if you want to just go ahead and click that right there, put you a good point right there. And paste. There we go. So I need to drag that in. There we go. Locked and loaded. All right. So the better way to do that would be to grab this, copy that, and then paste it there, like so. And let's catch one more. All right. So let's get our zoom here and come back and let's see right here. Oh, I don't think my flat parts are in this. My flat parts are not in here. Apologies, everybody. I did not put my flat parts in this layout. So let's do this. Simple enough. I'll just grab all of that. I thought. Let's zoom. One more. Come on, can I catch it all? There we go. Try this one more time. All right, so we're going to catch all of that. We're going to copy that. Again, my apologies. I thought I put my flat parts in here. And so if you lose where your highlighted position is, you can see it right here down in the main track bar in the waveform. So I'm going to go right here on this, right here, and I'm going to paste all of that right there. There we go. And now I did mess that up, but I'm not concerned. As a matter of fact, I'm going to let that breathe right there and go ahead and delete that. All right. And go here, paste it again, because these are not in a group again with the scroll. Now you could do one of these or all of them or one every other. You could do, 2 outside, 3 center, because these are right here. Take them, and I forgot to swap again. I'll get used to it, y'all, I promise. So copy and paste all of this here. All right, zoom again. I'm gonna bring it back and see what the visualizer gives us. All right, now there's an easy buildup we can do. because we've got the eights, but they're quarters, but you've got the effect of an eight because the pulse on off. So what we can do after that, so let's do, oh, I'm just gonna get a little crazy here just because I can. And I got nothing else to do. Everybody else is out of the house tonight and I got no gigs. So let's we got anybody from the networks? Um we got 2 people on right now. Hey, I had seven viewers. Hey, more than I expected. So we've got the downbeats there, and they're coming off on the off beats. So what we can do to kind of break that out, let's come down here to let's do 1, and now things to look out for at 26, pick up to 26 music terms here. My both lights are going to get an intensity override. So they're no longer going to follow the main track. So your work is going to get a little heavier as you go on, depending on what your script is doing. Let's see. I was supposed to have a client call an hour ago, and now they're messaging me. So forgive me if I get a little sidetracked here. Funny story. Funny, not funny. Last minute couple. Booked them 3.5 weeks ago, and you know what? Let's have a little real talk here, since we're all DJs here. So, booked this couple 3.5 weeks ago. Their wedding is next Saturday, not tomorrow. Next Saturday, the 14th. This is the very first time this has ever happened to me, and I'm about to pull my hair out. Not because I can't handle it, but because I can't imagine somebody not being organized. I have zero information. When I say zero, I don't know what time. I know where their wedding is happening. I don't know what time it's starting. I don't know what they have. Zero songs picked out. They have nothing communicated to me as to what's important to them, what they want done. Zero. When I say zero, zero. Aside from the package that they wanted and the location of the wedding, I have nothing. Nothing. Anyway, enough of that. Okay. I won't vent. All right. So let's see. Where do we want to go? Where do we want to go? I'm going to get these offbeats. Let's just come back up here and just keep it going, just to keep it a little simpler. We're going to go right here with the Y bars. We're going to keep that going. Okay, messages came through. They have at least their first dance picked out. Okay. Let's see how far this goes. We'll go through there. And this time, we'll go ahead and just pick it up. I could get super picky and start fixing things like this right here, but that's not what this is about. Bro, convenience fee? There's nothing about this is convenient. And they might think it's convenient to wait last minute, but they're going to find out. They're going to find out. I could be petty and show you the call logs and text message and email that I've sent and gotten no response. All right, let's zoom in on this. So what we did, we went ahead and picked up the, oh, nope, about to do that wrong again. Let's just do one. And let's zoom again. All right, we'll copy that and paste and paste. So rather than grabbing another fixture and making two different sets of fixtures of focal point, we'll just go ahead and keep these. These are back on a dark blue, so I'll let that ride. That's a little color transition coming up in the main track. So let's just go back and hit it again and see what we got. Just to kind of build. Now, I could get super, if you've ever seen my Christmas light shows, I get super, super in depth with expressing the musicality and the lights. And it's a little insane. I go a little overboard, but I like it. I enjoy it. And this stuff you can do as much or as little as you want. Um, but for the sake of this, I'm going to finish out this intro. And that's probably where I'm going to stop. Because you can see it really doesn't take that much time to just accent some things after you do your auto script, and just kind of let it do its thing. But if you want to get in the weeds, like super in the weeds, you can do it fast and in a dead gum hurry. Bum, 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 bum. I'm sorry. I got to respond to this. I'm not even gonna say anything. Not even gonna say anything. Um. All right. Let's get refocused here. All right. So we're gonna grab that again. We're gonna keep that lick going. Gonna drag that out a little further. And we're gonna drag that out one more time. Let's get zoomed in right here. And paste some more. And paste some more. Let's see what the master track is doing. Got that color fade ending there, color transition rather. And we got another color transition going here. So let's see what that goes to. Ah, so we got the pickup right there. We could stop it right there on the pickup. I think I'll let that ride. So let's figure out something else for. Let's do. Let's copy this. And let that keep riding. I'm not sure how many more I need. I'm not counting right now. And one more. See my mistake? I forgot the rest of them. So let's get some more of these. Copy, paste, copy, paste, copy, paste. All right. All right. Let's see. I'm not sure who's here right this second, but I have got to run. I don't have any bumpers, but I'll be right back. Hmm. Oh, dadgummit, I've been talking this whole time. Thanks for that. The whole time. Okay, I've got all my scenes worked out except this new one. My mic didn't unmute when I came back. Dadgummit. Okay. Well, you can't sit with us radio. For anybody, well, for anybody just jumping in, I'm just doing a little scripting. It was mentioned in the in the Soundswitch group. Uh, Somebody just wanted to kind of see some ideas and see the workflow of how some of the other people do what they do. And this song was the one in question. And I think this person only had uplights. So I figured, you know what? I've got 3 different sets of uplights in this setup here. I was supposed to have 4, but I didn't put the others in here. So I just kind of want to show uh, a quick rundown of how you could do some things and what it looks like in the process, and how fast you can get in the weeds and how simple some things are versus others, and items to watch out for. But let's kind of run through this one more time. So there was another gentleman in the he posted a quick video in response of how to just put another beat grid in, because most songs or most DJ software won't script the beginning. Soundswitch is definitely not going to beat grid the beginning of it. So you've got 16 bars with no beat grid, nothing to tie anything to. So you have to throw another beat grid in there and just match it up real quick. Doesn't take that long, 45 seconds, a minute and a half if you're slow. But so throw that new beat grid in there, and I just put some something quick on that. See what that looks like. Just put a chase on there, and every other measure, I just put a color change, the pink in there, just to kind of throw it off a little bit. Let's see. So what I did, and I was also explaining why you want to have things in groups. Not all of my lights are in groups, and it drives me insane sometimes because yeah, where certain groups, if they don't have an intensity override, it's super, super easy. Uh, Especially if you can just go in and delete an override on a certain fixture or a group of fixtures. Um, if you want that entire group to do something, um, to just throw an intensity override on the entire group and a color fade or a color adjustment on the group, versus doing it individually, which is what I had to do here because all of these lights are ungrouped. So, and it's very hard after the fact to group them because you have to delete them, create the group, and create them within the group. So that's on my wish list for Soundswitch. I wish they would do that. Allow us to create a new group and throw lights in a new group in an existing venue. But I don't think that's high on their priority list right now. And I don't blame them. They got a lot going on. But anyway, So I was able to do that with this group here. So, and I didn't go crazy with this. I just put some basics in here just to kind of give people some ideas. So I put the kick right here. And I didn't keep that thunder going on these. You could, and it'd be a quick copy and paste. So I got the quarters here. Then I switched up to eighths. Just some eye candy. On and off for thunder. Super simple. Still got the kick going. Let's back it up again. So got the eighth chases going left and right. The first thunder, like I said again, you can keep that going, quick copy and paste. The single kick right here, going on the outsides. And that bass quarters there. Then I switch it to the eighths. On, off, left and right. Now, super simple, basic, really. Now, basic for me. Now, if any of you have seen my Christmas light shows, they get pretty stupid. I mean, they're insane. But I just want to do the intro all the way through, and it's a long intro. It's what, 38 bars, 39 bars, something like that. But I wanted to just kind of throw this video out there and, see if anybody had any questions, any suggestions, any tips, tricks for anybody else that might happen to watch this later on. That's what this is for. It's not, self-promotion or anything like that. I'm not that guy. Those of you that know me know I'm not that guy. But I'll hang out and see if anybody's got some questions. If nothing else, I might pull up one of my Christmas light shows and let you guys see the madness that I get into. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and do that. While I'm waiting for anybody to throw some questions out there, I'm going to swap venues here. Let's go to... Oh, I don't know if my Christmas light show is in Grand MA. This might not work. This might not work. See how the manual scripting here? I kid you not. I spent probably, I don't want to exaggerate. I really don't. I think I spent just less than 20 hours on this show. Well, this song. So let's just go to the visualizer. It'd take me forever to kind of walk you through everything that's going on the in Soundswitch. Let's just play it. Nope, it's not there. Let me see if I can get my Grand MA swapped over. This may be an effort in futility. I mean, I've got nothing else going on right now, right? Let's make something crash. I should save this first. So let's do that. New. Oh, that's just. I think I just accidentally saved this over my Christmas show. So let's do. Yep, yep. I just saved over it. Well, that's absolutely useless. I don't think I have it backed up anywhere. Well, dang it. Well, scrap that. I really wanted y'all to see that slideshow. It's insane. It's really insane. I guess I could walk through some of the minutia in Soundswitch because we're obviously not going to get. I don't think it's gonna. No, none of it's there. All right. So I got the little. For anybody that's familiar with Soundswitch, you might be able to follow this. So everything, so far as the musicality of this song, is in the lights. Every single bit of it. Let's get rid of this main track here because I also went. So I started off as the group, and then I started over with a separate group of fixtures. So I've only got two fixtures right here, hitting those notes at the beginning, the first half of the intro. In the second half of the intro, I drop down and get a larger group of fixtures um, joining in. So I start with two fixtures, then I end up with those two fixtures plus two more, and then I add six more. So I end up with a total of 10 fixtures hitting those pops right there at the beginning. And add six more. Got a little strobe there. That chase right there with that violin is stupid. It took me so long to do this song, guys. But anyway, enough of that. So if anybody has any questions, I'd love to take some questions before I head out of here because I got nothing else to do. I'm all prepped up for my 21st. Prepped up so far for my 4th of July event. Oh, that was loud. If anybody wants to come and hang out July the 3rd, let me double check this just to make sure. July the 3rd, I'm going to be hanging out the same event I do every year. This will be year number 5. 5. So DJ Courageous, if you want to come hang out, let me know. Can you still have food in your house? What did I say? I missed something. I mean, if you got a new housewarming coming up, I mean, I'll bring you something. Um, won't be bourbon because I know you're kind of kicking it, and I am mad at you. Congratulations on that, by the way. Let's open. Let's get back to my main menu here. See all the test venues I've got going on. This is stupid. Absolutely stupid. But that's what happens. Oh, Yo, okay. I have been wanting to take my Christmas light show mobile. Um, it's not that I don't like doing it at the barn. Uh, super chill venue. I love, getting to, you know, put a light show on for people. But it's getting more and more to the point where it's like it's the same thing every year. I try to, I mean, well, for me, it's a set up and tear down the same spot every year. I want to do it somewhere different. I've had it there the last 3 years, and I just I'm at the point where I want to do it. I want to give them my opening night, but I want to go somewhere else. And it would be cool to kind of do a pop up at somebody's house. Um, as long as you got a decent backdrop, we can work that out. We can work it out. We can make it work. I'm up for that, DJ Courageous. Let me know. Um, let's get back in here to. Dun, dun. We can do it, man. I'm up for it. As a matter of fact, I might not just I might may just put the barn off entirely since I don't know, they might be taking my key here soon. I don't know. I shouldn't say that publicly. I mean, I'm not salty. It's just, I mean, it is what it is. Do that, ma'am. I'd love to have you out. They do allow me a few guests. Their HOA puts this on. And like I said, this is year 5 for me. They've been doing it for like 8 years now, and um, the HOA's ponying up for everything, so it's kind of no holds barred. But if anybody is new in the chat and has not seen what I came here to do with this Thunderstruck, let me know. If you are, um, if you really don't care, that's fine. You can put that. You know what? If you don't care at all, put that in the chat too. I want to know. I need a little adversity today. I don't have enough. I'm totally kidding. I've got way more adversity today that I can deal with, but I'll take it. You can't sit with us, radio. Do I know you? Are you in the any of the groups, Soundswitch group or the Tennessee or Kentucky network group, DJ network? I mean, you're the only person that ponied up in chat. So, all right, no new chats. So I am going to head out of here. I'm going to go get me something to eat and deal with this um, this client. I got to deal with it. Maybe I'm missing something, Mr. Courageous. Maybe that's a phone conversation comment. I don't know. Rebecca Black's Friday. Maybe I'm missing something. Maybe I'm not in tune with the happenings. So I don't know Rebecca, but I know Black Friday. I don't know about Rebecca Black's Friday. How about this? I don't know what you got going on. Maybe you're dealing with kids and everything, and I know it's coming close to bedtime. Right at bedtime, uh, per the schedule during COVID. It's been a little bit, but let me deal with this client, and maybe we can have a chat before it's time to call it a night. But I appreciate anybody that showed up. if you're from the Soundswitch group or the DJ networks, um, share this video. I'd appreciate it. Um, the song, it's Black Friday. Oh, wait, the song is Friday. Oh my, uh, yeah, okay, my bad. I'm not an artist guy. I'm a song title guy. Don't you dare come at me. Don't you dare come at me. I've always been a song title and lyrics guy. I couldn't tell you the artist until it made my semi-weekly playlist. So yeah, that's me in a nutshell. All right, I appreciate you guys. If you don't know, I have another channel called Wedded Whispers. And this I did not plan on doing this at all. I promise you. I have another channel called Wedded Whispers, and my goal with that channel is to help inform and encourage and empower couples to plan um, in confidence, to get through their wedding planning season in confidence. Um, and I am currently looking desperately to partner with any other vendors who are of the same mindset. Let me swap this because this is kind of over. But I'm really looking for other vendors to partner with me in doing um, sessions, live streams, um, recorded sessions, whether it's in person or whether we do Zoom or whatever. I want to partner with like-minded vendors to help couples through their wedding planning season, give them tips, tricks, things they need to know. Um, and I don't want to say necessarily that it's to combat places like Wedding Wire and The Knot, but um, to kind of shore up the weak spots that the Knot and Wedding Wire have, in that most of their research is done, and we know this, but couples don't know this. A lot of their research is done um, nationally, so a lot of stuff that they Oh, yeah, yeah. I'll take some DJ questions if you got it for me. If hopefully I'll find an answer for you. If I don't know an answer, I will not fake it, I promise you. I'll just tell you I don't have the answer. But a lot of the Wedding Wire and the Knots research is done nationally and even internationally, and it doesn't necessarily help brides in the way that we would hope a company of their breadth would be able to cater to clients. They should be able to break things down regionally. They're big enough to be able to do that. If anybody in the wedding market could do that, Wedding Wire and the Knot should be able to do that. And for some reason, they don't. And our couples, whatever region we're from, are struggling. I mean, struggling big time to find the answers so far as um, price. And if price weren't already uh, super incredibly monstrously um, subjective, based on the company, based on the lifestyle of any given DJ, it's impossible. You've got $600 DJs, you've got $5,000 DJs, and there is somebody that fits in all of those price ranges. So I guess long way around to say I need people that I can depend on, that know the market and have their niche, and are able to speak in clarity and speak empowerment to these couples. That's what I'm looking for. I hope that came out the way I wanted it to. But yeah, you can't sit with us radio. If you got anything for me, I'll definitely do my best to answer it. But rain or shine, well, rain for sure. I got 15 minutes or so left, and I have to get off of here. Um, yep. Ah, John. John. Um, well, John, I won't ask you for your last name, but I'm glad to see you. Glad to see you. Thanks for coming and hanging out. I hope you were able to take something away from this, other than just seeing a guy yapping his jaws on YouTube. Oh, um, man, how often do I see my venues before the events, especially dealing with lighting? For me, I've been doing lighting long enough that it's not that big a deal. Um, and this is this is a really good question. A really good question. I appreciate it so much. I can get in the weeds, but and you can respond, and I'll keep an eye on it. If you think I'm getting in the weeds or if I'm getting towards your answer. Um, I've built my systems in such a way that the venue no longer matters outside of the load in and upstairs or downstairs. Um, my lighting, uh, based on the packages that they buy, um, and I'll be entirely upfront with you. My branding is such that whether they purchase up lights or not, I'm taking up lights. I'm taking up lights. It's part of my brand. I don't want social media to see me without at least up lights. Um, and no matter what the layout of the venue is, unless there's just something crazy, let's say you're trying to pack, 150 people into, um, this small flipping room, and you've got nowhere to put up lights, where they won't be kicked and be obsolete by the end of the night. I'm taking my up lights, and I will find somewhere to put them. Um, I don't know how late I'm seeing. It's supposed to be. I think I'm supposed to have. It's supposed to be 30 seconds, but I for some reason it's a lot longer than that. I don't know why. Um, but I was watching that last comment and I commented as soon as I saw it. But I don't know why it's so late. Um, but I used to I used to always do site visits. And if your systems aren't um built to a point to do things the way that I do them, I would encourage you um, just to do a site visit. I know it's a hassle. It was a hassle when I did it, and sometimes I still do it. I've got a wedding next weekend down in Franklin, Tennessee. I'm all the way up in Westmoreland, Tennessee, so it's over an hour. It's about almost an hour and a half for me to get down to Franklin. I'm doing a site visit um, first thing tomorrow morning. So um, it really depends on the venue and it depends on how you run as a DJ. Movers can get tricky depending on a room. And for that, I would highly suggest anymore. I make my own PowerCon cables. I will buy 14 gauge extension cables on Amazon. Um, 14 gauge is plenty good enough. 16 gauge is really good enough, but I want to make sure if I have to do something crazy that I'm not losing amperage. I'll buy 25 foot and 50 foot extension cords on Amazon, and I will put my own PowerCon ends on them for my movers. Same thing with my Edison power cables for my speakers. I will buy 25 footers of those. Uh, I I was as a matter of fact, I had this venue last weekend where everything was super compact, and I realized that I don't have a single 10-foot Edison anymore. So, um, but all that to say, my ceremony setup is battery powered. Um, my speakers that go with it, I've got the JBL Eon Pro MK2s. They're battery powered as well. So that I run my ceremonies with those. Um, so it doesn't matter where the ceremony is to me, whether it's in the same spot as a reception. But all that to say, I would encourage you to look further down the road. It doesn't. It really doesn't take a lot to make your situation such that the venue doesn't matter anymore. Outside of the load in and upstairs or downstairs. And upstairs or downstairs are going to be those that you can call the venue, or you can have that conversation if you've got that relationship with your clients, which I hope you do. You can have those conversations and figure out if you're upstairs or if something sounds crazy, it, you definitely want to do a site visit. But my lighting, I wish I had something I could just dump in here. Let me see if I can find something and dump it in my impromptu media here. Um, mm, 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 mm. I don't think I have that. Nope. Well, I was gonna try to throw something in here, but nope, it's not gonna do. Tell me I'm not that far behind. If you tell me I'm like 5 minutes behind, I'm gonna be pissed. Yeah, I should be 20 seconds behind. 20 seconds. Ah, there we go. Let's throw this up here. I'm gonna fix this on the fly. There we go. I think. Nope. Oh, dang it. There we go. Now I can change it. All right. So I know it's covering up my face, but I don't even care right now. So my lighting is compact, super, super compact. These totems, I take wireless dongles with me. I use the Chinleys. They're as the same channels as your both lighting or your RF4s, or they're all the same. They've got the same, 6 colors on them, 6 or 7. one or the other. But I've got lighting underneath the tables. I've got lighting up around the walls, um, around my booth. Everything is wireless so far as the DMX signal goes, but power is the only thing I have to worry about. And I do my power in such a way that I really don't have to worry about it. I just don't. And it took me a long time to get there. I'm not saying, you can, just go out and spend, you know, $5,000 today and make sure you're set to go, but it takes a while to get there. Um, I would say let's go here with it. I don't know what your price range is. It's really, none of my business unless you say so. I'm pretty open with mine. I start out audio only for 1,200. Audio only is going to get you, 5 hours start to finish. Um, and like I said, I'm going to bring some up lights just because it's my brand. But the sooner that you can start making every piece of gear pay for its upgrade or pay for additional of that item, the faster you will get there. And break that down however you need it to break down. But I can tell you this: my uplights make $250 every time they come out of the box or come out of their case. My movers, they make $400 anytime they hit a venue. My audio makes, and when I say audio, I mean my speakers, the stands, my MK2s when I take them out. Each speaker makes $100 per event. Each speaker. So that's tops. If it's tops and subs, if it's tops, subs plus a satellite, if it's tops, subs, satellite plus one for ceremony, each item has to make money every time it hits a venue. That's the only way that I can afford to stay in business. That I can't afford to not be able to replace something. None of us can afford to not be able to replace something. So I would encourage you to do that as soon as possible. The sooner the better to help you get to what I'm assuming you're reaching for. Um, let's throw this other one up here real quick. I like that one. It's a little hole in the wall bar in Gallatin called R Spot. I haven't been there in a while. I used to do karaoke there, and I just like that. They um they expected me to come out with just a laptop and nothing else. And I'm like, no, that's not how I roll. Even if it is just paying $300, I was like, no, it's a brand, and that's another thing. Whatever you decide your brand looks, feels, and sounds like, it has to be consistent. Whether you're doing a budget event or a $6,000 event, you have to decide for yourself that if this is my brand, it's going to look, feel, and sound the same every time, no matter what the budget is. Um, all right. Well, I think that's it for me. I am going to look towards shutting things down here. Oh, I know the bumper I need to make. The guy that almost knocked my speaker over. I need to make that a bumper. All right. Well, appreciate you all as always. Thanks for hanging out. If you found something useful here, share it, like, and I will see you as always between now and then. Peace out.